Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So once upon a timeline uncovered some 1800s war footage fakery, and we watched that, and it was kind of comical, really. And of course, people believe this stuff and look like a scene of an old movie. But my fiance connected that to a few other war starts of some wars that we had already been looking into. And so pretty soon I found myself knee deep in research. And I had figured that if I was going that far, I was going to look into NASA because I know from my speech research in college that NASA was used to distract people from the Vietnam War. And I found something interesting that caused me to have to do a whole other video on fakery. So what we got going on here is I found that NASA sent its first rover to Mars in 1997, and it took 8 months to get there. Right? I converted that to hours, and I hope I don't get cut off here as I do this. I converted that to hours and found that to be 5,840 hours. All right, 5,840 hours, and that's how long it took them to get there. So I divided 33.9 million miles, which I went ahead and gave them an edge, and I rounded it down to 33 million miles because I found that in theory, at Mars's closest pass to Earth, it's 33.9 million miles. So I gave them 0.9 million miles and rounded it down to 33 million miles and found and divided that by their 8 months, their hours, whatever I said that was. I did these calculations. And I found that they had to travel at 5,650 miles an hour the entire way to get there in that amount of time. And I thought that was a little weird because well, what travels that fast? And I thinking, well, maybe a bullet does. So, or my fiance did. So we looked up how fast a bullet traveled, and we found that a bullet only traveled about 1,700 miles per hour. All right, I'm going to provide these links. Okay, I'm not making this stuff up. So then I was like, well, that isn't even close. That's like a fifth. So what's going on here? So we researched what did travel that fast, and we found that rockets, apparently, in order to get into orbit, must travel at 17,600 miles an hour. They got to reach that speed, right? So rockets. All right, well, I'm going to provide a link to a NASA rocket launch, okay? And you guys can tell me if it's going faster than a bullet. And way faster at that. 1,700 miles an hour a bullet travels, remember. And these rockets are said to reach speeds of 17,600 miles an hour. So I found that to be a little bit suspicious, and I did some more research, and again, I'll post these links, and I found that the edge of space is 62 miles, said to be 62 miles above the surface of the Earth at sea level. Which means if that rocket took off and got 17,600 miles an hour, it would be there to the edge of space in 0.00285 and then several decimals after that seconds. So less than 1 second is the key. All right. So the International Space Station is said to orbit at about 249 miles, and I dropped a decimal 0.5 something or other off and gave them 249 miles. All right, that's what I did. And I went ahead and divided that by 17,600 miles an hour, and I found that that rocket should be to the space station in 0.014 seconds. And there's some more decimals after that, but come on. Under a second. Well, that rocket doesn't get anywhere in under a second. It barely gets off the launch pad. So they're faking their numbers here, guys. And why would we be reporting this? Blurring the line between fake and real, remember? Division and distraction. Dictating to you what's real and what's fake. Throwing you obvious fake numbers, and if you have a rudimentary knowledge of numbers, you can tell that these numbers are screwed up, and that's what they do. They fake war footage, and then they convince people it's real. They convince people that things are real that are clearly fake, and then they can dictate to you or not, or to whoever buys their stuff what's real and what's fake. And that all wraps right back into this Mandela effect, because that's what they're trying to cover up the most. But it all ties together. Here we go. I got some numbers here, and you guys can see them for yourselves. I'm going to post links if anyone's still with me. And that's it. You guys can tell me what you think, and I'm working on another video, and I don't know if it'll come out tonight. It probably won't. I'm about over the day, ready to kick back. But thanks a lot, guys, for all your thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, subscriptions, and everything else that you guys do, pointing us in all these different directions to investigate. And now we'd like to send a thanks to Once Upon a Timeline for uncovering that war fakery. And because of that, we researched all this. So it's a great thing as far as I'm concerned, and as far as we're concerned, me and my fiance. So that's it for now, guys. And have a great rest of your night, and thanks for watching.